I'm Cristy Gimbel. Technology can be a great way to keep in touch. But can it suck you in? Dold says it was the Watergate scandal that inspired him to come to Northwestern. But experts say South Africans have always considered leaving the country, especially during times of change. The field behind me might be covered in snow now, but in less than 10 years it could be home to an 80,000-seat stadium. This program allows Jewish students to go to Israel for free. It's about 5:30 a.m. The sun still hasn't come up, but there's over 100 people behind me. Active non-voters like Twani say their vote won't bring improvements to areas like these. They should hear from them within the next week. Cristy Gimbel, E-News, Durbanville. Before South Africa celebrates the arrival of the FIFA World Cup, organizers say the country needs to make sure it can keep its children safe. UNICEF estimates more than 1 million children were trafficked globally in 2002. Child rights organizations warn the football showpiece could mean more children being exploited for labor, sex, or even killed for body parts.
It's definitely going to place children in a vulnerable position when adults are intoxicated and children are left alone.
A longer school break falls during the 2010 games, and some officials worry that if children are out of class, they'll be attracted to dangerous areas around the stadiums.
Nobody wants to be alarmist. You don't want to say, oh, your kids are going to go and they're immediately going to be assaulted. But the problem is there will be predators on the periphery of that, and kids will be at risk. And it's just irresponsible for a parent to assume that it will all go smoothly.
There's no law against trafficking in South Africa, so activists are calling on the government to fix this. They say it'll make it easier to convict offenders.
In the meantime, if you're committing the offense of human trafficking, you're invariably engaging in a whole range of connected offenses. And we must do effective policing by policing the offenses we can get to.
The excitement surrounding the stadiums in 2010 will naturally attract children, making them vulnerable. But there are some things you can do to help protect your kids. Teach your children the trafficking helpline number, which is 0800 555 999. Make sure you act if you see anything suspicious. Have a plan of action if your children get lost, and show them where to find safe houses if they do get lost. Cristy Gimbel, E-News, Cape Town. A thunderstorm rumbles in the distance, but the real storm is brewing right here, on this school's playground where a 6-year-old girl was shot by a stray bullet. She's another victim of alleged gang violence, outraging several educators in the community.
I'm very angry. I'm disappointed within the community for the past 32 years that a thing of this nature took place.
Police say the shot was fired during a suspected gang dispute. Hours later, they take one of 3 suspects into custody. The Proudly Manenberg organization is trying to build a nonviolent community. It says the incident is a step backwards.
So that was the sense of despair, that life is not worth anything in a working class community.
The girl's in serious but stable condition. Doctors say they are waiting for her to regain strength before they remove the bullet lodged in her back.
I'm just shocked and I'm sad. And this must stop. This must stop. I hate to see this, not another child.
True says he lives in dread of which child will be next. Cristy Gimbel, E-News, Cape Town. Madrid pulled out a lot of stops to try to get the Olympic Games on their home turf. Mosaic photos taken from above. Spanish superstar David Bisbal. We love Madrid! We love Madrid! And plenty of enthusiasm. But for the second time this decade, they've come in second. First to London and now to Rio de Janeiro. Thousands of Spaniards showed up here Friday to show their support for Madrid's bid for the Olympic Games. Now they're packing up, going home, but optimistic about the chances of getting the Games in the future.
I feel a bit sad, but I'm happy with Madrid.
Commentators say Madrid's loss comes down to location. It would follow two other European cities, London in 2012 and Sochi, Russia in 2014. Plus there's Rio's emotional appeal. It will be the first South American country to host the Games. But judging from the reactions of these Spaniards, keep your eyes open for a bid from Madrid in 2020. Cristy Gimbel, Northwestern News Network.